Good afternoon, everybody. Early evening here. This is the WooFDriver, and you're about to witness one of my wolf pack mates getting ready to rock and roll. We are live streaming, and I'm going to start the motorcycle up. Hopefully you can hear me. Got all my microphone on, and I'm ready to go. Hopefully the camera will cooperate and be ready as well, folks. Here we go. This is Jag. Hi, good boy. Jag's got his goggles on, and Jag's ready to roll. I'll explain to you who I am and how I factor into everything just momentarily, folks. Enjoy the ride. I am the WooFDriver, and you're on Husky Dog Lovers on Facebook. That is my page. I'm the legendary Husky expert, and I do all kinds of great things with my dogs. And I'm here to offer training tips and cool ideas, so maybe you too can get involved in some way. I'm sure you do other activities. You know, Huskies are very active and have their own mindset, for lack of a better term. They're very independent, very wolf-like. And that brings me to what I do. I have a whole new way of training them that makes it possible to run them off leash, as well as mushing them, but not in a traditional sense where they're pulling a cart. They actually are running with the cart. And you can find out more about that on my website, WooFDriver.com. And occasionally I'll post about Husky Dog Lovers page. Had Huskies. I've been doing this for over 20 years now. Just started on the motorcycle, actually. I've been an avid motorcycle rider for many years, but this is the first year where I'm involving my best friends, my Huskies, my wolf pack. I call them my wolf pack. And by the way, I didn't mention, we're in Maryland, in the USA. I know a lot of you speak Spanish out there. No español for me, but I'm going to try my best, and hopefully we can get this converted sometime for you. If you don't understand the English I'm saying, I apologize. I know you guys are all Husky dog lovers, and I'm with you. Same way, love them. So, we're on the back country roads in Maryland, again, where the time is 8 o'clock in the evening, the sun is starting to set. You're watching my best friend Jag. I've got 3 more Huskies in my dog bus, which is in front of me. And there's also, if you're familiar, a little Chinese crested as well. And the Chinese crested of the hairless kind, a hairy hairless. There's 3 different varieties. There's an all hairless, there's a hairless, which actually look like little ponies because they have hair just on the bottoms of their legs, paws, if you will, and on their head and on their tail. So they're almost like little ponies, and they only weigh anywhere from 5 to, I believe, about 12 pounds. So they're a small breed, considered a toy breed, but some of them are very energetic, reminding me of the Husky. So we have a puppy Chinese crested in our family, folks. There's also powder puffs, which look more similar to regular dogs. See Jag very comfortable. It's starting to get dark here. I apologize if we're coming in a little dark to you. But our little Chinese crested, her name is Gigi. And we had another Chinese crested who's crossed over Rainbow Bridge. Her name was Lulu. Now, Lulu wasn't quite as energetic as Gigi. Gigi, again, is a puppy, so she's got that puppy energy. He's very comfortable laying down. He's strapped in with a harness that's leather and fur on the inside, faux fur, keep him comfortable. And he's more secure than I am. Beautiful Maryland countryside, folks. In Maryland, we grow a lot of corn, soybeans, hay, alfalfa, wheat, amongst other things. But those are our big crops. And a lot of that you'll see on the farms and the roadsides as I'm traveling today. En route to home, we just did an activity, as I said. We did what I call a rough board or dog scooter. Looks like a bike. It's got 3 wheels, but with a platform instead of pedals, and a little electric motor. Temperature right now is about 78 degrees. And we're loving life, folks. I hope you're getting a chance to view this wherever you're at in the world and enjoying the scenery and the good boy Jag doing his thing. This kind of training is really cool because it gives me a chance to spend one-on-one time with them where the dynamics are different than when they're with their wolf pack. In addition, sometimes I'll take, we did an activity, as I said today, and we all met up with the van in front of me. Jim, who's part of my team, driving it. But sometimes I'll just take one of the dogs. We'll go for a ride. We may even go to a lunch cafe where they welcome dogs. And you can have a seat alongside of me and enjoy some quiet time while I eat my lunch. We might just choose to take a ride somewhere, to a park, or just for a ride. Get them some cool air. They love the air blowing on them. And again, give them some bonding time one-on-one with me. As well as with the other wolf pack when they are not there with them. The other wolf pack learns about that, which is good. Some of you have written me, some dogs have separation anxiety, and this all can help with that as well. So if you're not already on the WooFDriver channel, I encourage you to go there. WooFDriver channel differs from the Husky Dog Lovers channel in the sense that you'll get lots of pictures of Huskies. You share your Huskies, and other people share their Huskies on that channel. WooFDriver is more about me sharing my dogs for the purpose of you learning and understanding how we handle different predicaments, picking up on training tips, and seeing the difference in what Huskies can be. Because these are woolly Huskies, so they're actually long-haired woolly coats, they call them. Long-haired, double-coated dogs are kind of an anomaly in the wild. They don't appear as much. They don't occur as much, I should say, because their fur isn't as good with the elements. Because of the long hair, water can form in freezing conditions. Water can stick to it because it's long, and in freezing conditions become icicles on their hair and actually contribute to chilling them or to being a hindrance in the way it hangs on to them. Easy, G, giving him a sled demand. Came up on us fast, and I wanted to calm him and let him know what direction we're going in. They do know sled dog commands, as I teach them that for our urban style mushing, where they're mushing on the bikes I was describing, and the scooter we just did, and other vehicles. Folks, you'll never see anything like what I've had. A myriad of custom-built vehicles and activities that I've customized to be able to take my dogs along with me, and as well as engage them so they enjoy it and can get healthy physical and mental exercise. And that's what WooFDriver, the channel's all about, the Facebook page. As well as other live feeds we're running. It's becoming something called the All Dog Network. And that's another one of my ways of bringing what I do to everybody. And this ride tonight will be published on the All Dog Network tomorrow. That's where you can go and see all my archives from different shows we've done, as well as different dog experts I have broadcasting on the WooFDriver Facebook page. So there's shows happening almost all the time, especially in the evening times on Eastern Standard Times, usually from 7 until as late as 11 or midnight. During the day, you'll find me broadcast a lot of different activities I do. By the way, I'm riding a Can-Am motorcycle, which is a 3-wheel motorcycle. So it requires no real balance on my part, where you don't have to lean into its turn, as well as its clutchless, which means you upshift like a Tiptronic, if you will. Porsches have it, and some other vehicles have Tiptronics. Let us upshift, which is really cool because you don't have to focus on that. I used to drive a tractor trailer, so I'm pretty well versified in driving different vehicles, but it's more of a comfort ride than anything. And it works really well for having the dog with me. The seat, by the way, is custom made by a company actually coincidentally here in Maryland called Beast Rider. And that's what they do. They specialize in. Excuse me for one sec, folks. I'm going to make sure that everything is tight. So I hope you're getting a chance to enjoy this live broadcast and see what's happening here. Jag's just curled up in a little ball and loving his seat. But I was telling you that Beast Riders makes customized dog motorcycle seats per your bike. They'll do the specifications, whatever you would own or want it for, and per the dog. So I've had them made an interesting one here because it encompasses, it can house all 4 of the wolf pack. Of course, one at a time. By the way, folks, we're crossing over an area called Loch Raven Dam. Loch Raven Dam is one of the areas that services the water, that provides the water to the areas where I live. It's beautiful out now, folks. I love this time of day, and I'm really enjoying the ride. I hope you can get the sense of the excitement. And one of the reasons I document this is to see dogs out there and to see if they're hesitant or they're enjoying it, so I can in the future make it even more comfortable for them if necessary, as well as I'll always have a documented video and remembrance of all these times and all these cool things I did with my wolf pack. So once again, I am the WooFDriver, the purveyor, and the this is my page, Husky Dog Lovers, and I so appreciate you, all the great comments you put out there and likes, and I appreciate you watching me now and tuning into what we're doing, and I'm hoping you can learn something out of this and enjoy it as well. Any of this equipment you're interested in, you can always message me, or you can go to the WooFDriver page and message me, or you can leave a comment on this motorcycle ride. But you're going to see a lot of great stuff as I start sharing my broadcast on here as well. So it might be a little dark, but this is giving a totally different perspective now when we're in the woods or in the darkness, because it's still light enough that hopefully you're getting a good view. It's been a wonderful day here, and that reminds me, tomorrow we'll be doing a live broadcast. We'll be on one of those bikes I told you about where the dogs do their urban mushing, called ADVs. I call them all vehicles, driving on possibly a haunted one. It's part of my werewolf series where we do paranormal exploration. interesting. We might do a little bit from the Husky Dog Lovers, definitely on the WooFDriver side. If you get a chance, tune on in. And again, questions comments on that equipment or what I do, anytime, just shoot me a message on the Husky Dog Lover side or the WooFDriver side or any of my websites. Got over 30, folks. All created by me, believe it or not. I mean, I've had part of the team help me with some of the technical issues that I'm not capable, but I'm fairly technically engaged on what I do and understand it enough, can do a lot of the design. I used to be a graphics artist, so you'll see a lot of these logos like the Husky logo, logo. They all have to do with me and my dogs. Actually, the WooFDriver logo and all the logos that are based on WooFDriver are about my dog, whose name was Zara. Going back now over 20 years ago, Zara was incredible. Another all-white heat, blue eyes, and he taught me everything I know, I like to say, because he was bad to the bone, as they say. But Zargot, once I was able to get properly trained myself, I learned from Master Shutson trainer. Shutson is protection work, dog protection work, and once I was able to get trained properly by him, I don't do protection work, but because he's so one of the best trainers in the USA, awarded many times, we were able to incorporate his training methods into what I do and really make some incredible stuff, really do some incredible training, and that's how I'm able to train and do what I do, etc. Signal to my guy. Trying to signal to Jimmy to pull over because my cat is a little loose in the back. I want to listen. So I'm going to pull over here, folks. Tighten it up for a sec. Oop, sorry, good boy. Hit that brake a little bit for Jag, and you see how well he reacts. I'm going to try to jump off real quick. And actually, we're still going. I think you still got a good view of this, folks. But I'm going to turn the camera down a little bit and see where I can get you. And I just wanted to adjust that for you, folks. So, sorry, just getting my bearing here. Wanted to make sure you still got a great view of what we're doing, because this is pretty epic. And my van with the wolf pack in front of me, he's just a little bit further ahead. I'm sure he pulled over for me. He might have forgot me. In any case, once again, I am the WooFDriver, doing some wild stuff with the wolf pack here. Here's my guy. Gonna check this one more time, folks. Excuse us. Good boy. I'm just checking my camera. No, 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 it's all good. The camera was falling back some. Trying to adjust this, folks, to give you the best view I can. And not cooperating totally, but it will. Okay, and there we go, folks. Hope you're getting a chance. Got a good view of the Jag-Man now. He's called the Jagster. He's also a prankster, folks. That's how we refer to him. So leave your comments for me, please. I'd love to hear them. And I just got to make sure you got to understand the way we're broadcasting here. This technology is brand new and pretty awesome. Hi, good boy. Good boy, Jag. And we're off, folks. Sorry about that. Always have to check my equipment. So this broadcast Facebook through a phone, through an iPhone or an Android, and that phone could go flying off if it's not secure enough. So I'm just making sure. So in any case, you're getting an awesome view, I hope. The sun is setting here. This is becoming twilight. The dogs are used to being out at twilight because, as I said, we do midnight mushing runs. We'll run through the whole night into sometimes. Not on the motorcycle, but on the all-dog vehicles I'm talking about, where we do our urban mushing. So you get some great views here as the sun is setting, folks. Very excited to share this with you. I'm going to stop right here. Good boy, Jag. Boy. And it's just awesome. So what happens when we get here, a lot of people are probably staring like, you got a dog on the back. Good boy, Jag. Any questions you may have, folks, please by all means go ahead and ask them. I'll get to the comment section either later today or tomorrow, and we'll get your questions answered. Get everybody tuned in. Once again, if you don't know, I am in Maryland. We're about 10 miles out of Baltimore, the city. Right now, we were further over into the country, what you would call the country or the suburban part. And we're working towards my home, where Jag will meet up with the rest of his Wolfpack mates, who's in the van ahead of me. And he'll get his dinner, and he'll be chilled for the rest of the night. And tomorrow we will chill most of the day because we'll be going on a midnight mushing adventure, as I said. We'll probably leave the house around 4 in the afternoon and get to the trail as the sun sets. And we'll go for a 10 to 20 mile journey in the cool of the night. And you can tune in live. I do broadcast it, as I said, through night vision equipment. So you'll be able to catch up with me there. And it's really cool. Here we go, folks. A little bit of construction here. Oh, good. Jag don't care. Jag's a real mellow dog. And he's actually small for a husky. He weighs in at 45 pounds, and he is a male. Hence the he. But we have a female, and the female's bigger than him. So he's built like a husky. He's stocky and thick, but he's small. He's got short legs, and he's a character. I call him the prankster, as I said. He's always pranking his wolf. All these experiences are so wonderful for him. Now he's getting to be quite familiar. Actually, folks, I was going to go that way, but I'm giving you the real tour. I'm going to flip a U-turn here. Just trying to figure out the best way because of traffic, but it looks like this way. So I call him the prankster because he's always trying to jump on his Wolfpack mates and raise a ruckus, for lack of a better description, with them, and really have a good time with them. And that's the Jagster. He's just so much fun. He can be a little feisty too. And I thought the motorcycle riding that we're doing here with him today was going to be actually more difficult for him than it is, because he's got a little bit of a, I'm not going to say a fear, but he doesn't love riding in a car, even though we do it many a times. He's nervous about it. And when you get nervousness and fear in dogs, sometimes you can get unwanted behaviors. Sometimes they can get a little... So that's why when dogs ride in vehicles, depending on their temperament, sometimes we separate them for their own safety. And Jag gets his own little cubby in the vehicle. But the motorcycle, because he trusts me, he seems to be very comfortable. Again, this is his, I'm going to say, third or fourth ride. And we did a pretty good ride before, so the distance and the speed and the curbs and the stops are not too challenging for him. He's already had a lot of that work. It's so cool how I can, if we had to make a sudden turn or a stop, I can give him some sled dog terminology and he'll have a better idea what's going on. I can see he's not too concerned. Matter of fact, I got to check to make sure his eyes are open. He might be sleeping. So you can see these are more, as we got out of the farm area and a little more crowded part of the county, we're getting back into the neighborhood parts. These interchange through some other backcountry farm areas. But it's just beautiful back here. Temperature is awesome, folks. Especially in our part of Maryland, it's usually pretty hot and humid, and the pattern there. So, by the way, this will downshift for you automatically too. I mentioned it does not have a clutch, but I do have to upshift, but it will downshift for you automatically. Pretty cool. And I'm shifting on the, if you can see my thumb on the handlebar. Really easy to ride this vehicle. Now in Maryland, you do need a motorcycle license, but in a state like Delaware, which borders Maryland, you don't to drive one of these. And these do not have handbrakes, they're strictly foot brakes. Hence, they wanted to make it more like a car and encourage states not to require motorcycle licenses so they could get more people to buy them. It's made by a company called Bombardier, which I believe builds airplane engines and a lot of the Sea-Doos and snowmobiles you see, watercraft and snowmobiles. That's what this kind of has, the handlebars like that and that familiar design if you look at it. Can-Am again in case you didn't get that. My Can-Am here is about 5 years old, and as you can see, I've mounted the dog seat to it called the Beast Rider, and it's a little bit of work to get it off. So what we do is leave it on there for as long as I can, and then when my wife wants to ride, I pull it off. That's basically how it works. Now the dogs, because they appreciate the cold weather more, they'll probably enjoy riding in me in the colder months, which I don't so much enjoy, but I'll do it for them. That time they'll be resident pros, which they pretty much are now, as you can see, Jag. Right across the street is a school, folks. Got some pink or salmon colored clouds as the sun reflects on them as it's doing its set. By the way, the goggles on Jag, that's the hardest part about this, is getting him to cooperate with that, but they seem to be working really well. These are all custom made. The goggles are called Noggles from the Beast Riders company, and because they're custom made, they stay on the dog a lot better. They're well engineered. Because they're not expensive, they're not commercialized, so they can really put the money into the proper straps and design. Hope you're able to hear me and you're getting a good view of what's going on. Now I got to warn you, as we get closer to the country or to my house on these country roads, I may lose you because cell signal is a little weak here, and that's the only way I can broadcast. But if you like what you see, and I hope you do, please go ahead and subscribe to my live notifications on this page. And anytime I go live, you will be notified. As well as go over to the WooFDriver page, check out the live entertainment there, and talk and educational shows from other expert dog trainers and show hosts. As well as you can check out all my websites on allwoof.com. ALLWOOF.com. Finally, one more I've got for you is All Dog Network. That's where all these shows will be archived. And look at this, folks. If you can see this now, it's just heaven. Getting the essence of some summer scents. I don't know if it's lilac or honeysuckles or just the floral scents, but it's invigorating and inspiring, and I just love it. Best part about this is with my best bud Jag. Always on the lookout. Other animals, creatures that habitate around here are foxes and possum, raccoons, squirrels, groundhogs, skunks, snakes, turtles. We got a lot, but luckily in this area of the country, there's no real predatory. There are coyotes, but no real predatory animals that'll threaten the wolf pack in any way. So there are some bear, but not in this area, and mountain cats, again, not in this area. So we do free ranging where they go off leash in different areas, and I encourage you to check that out as well on our live feed. But that free ranging, we don't have to be too careful because, again, there's not too many predatory animals. There's animals that the wolf pack could be predatory towards, but I'm in control with my training on that. People walking, enjoying the time of day, beautiful, the temperature and sky, and sunset, all the surroundings. A lot of horses. There's a lot of horse farms around here too, folks. So they might be in for the evening, though. I don't know if you'll get a view of them. But if you tune into any of my other broadcasts, dig through this area, and even larger horse areas with the dogs, you'll get to see some of the farms we go to, as we were just coming from horse farms, or at least have a lot of horses, where you'll get to interact. And we actually have run with horses before on a horse track. So I've done it all. There's some horses are to the right, folks. I encourage you to check out my YouTube channel, WooFDriver on YouTube. You'll see stuff you've never seen before. Stuff that you didn't think was possible with huskies, more importantly. Now this bike does have music on board, but there's not really a necessity to play it now. I play it a lot when I'm by myself, and as the dogs get more acclimated, I'll play it. We have a whole library of Wolf Tunes music. That's my sister company. That's our sister Facebook page, if you will. But Wolf Tunes is all about music, about dogs, for dogs, to be listened to even with dogs. From meditation to calming music to story music that I've written that describe training and the adventures we've had. So if this was one of my WooFDriver outings, as the time, one of our activities we do, as the sun starts to set, the twilight moves in, and the darkness of the night, I've got military spec night vision equipment that I can broadcast from. But since this activity is not involved with that, we'll be home at dark. It wasn't necessary to bring it, but it's quite awesome to see. And again, on a WooFDriver, I hope to be doing that tomorrow night, and possibly we'll get a live feed here on Husky Dog Lovers as well. So it's 8:38. We've been riding, folks, for about 40 minutes. And hopefully the broadcast is still going. And hopefully you're watching this live. But even if you're watching this on an archive, on a rerun, I encourage you to leave questions or comments either through email or if this is on the All Dog Network, we'll have a board up soon. And I'll be able to come back and answer them to you and tag you in Facebook on a future video or directly message you. If you want to know about any of this equipment or more of what I do, how I train, then you can always pick up pointers, and I mention it a lot throughout my shows, picking up my live feeds as well. Good boy, Jaggy. Good boy. My favorite time of day, which is twilight, the coolness of the day, and getting into the later part, well, of the evening, not the night. Nocturnal animals start to come out, deer start to get heavier, and it's dinner time. Grub time for me. That's always important. And for the Wolfpack as well. By the way, I feed them, just so you know, I feed them all frozen diets in the form of either patties or nuggets. Feed it to them frozen, actually. Huskies, as you know, are northern breed dogs, so they have the ability to, it's in their traits to eat frozen food. They can do that in the wild. Therefore, I feed it to them frozen. It's refreshing to them, and seems to be just as digestible, and agree with them just as much. It slows them down from gulping or inhaling their food, as well as hopefully helps with a little bit of dental work, keeping their teeth a little cleaner, letting them enjoy their food a little longer. Now we're getting into my neighborhood, folks. Hasn't ended the broadcast yet, it might end now, so if not, we'll get right down the driveway and you can watch me take Jag off. Actually, how I do it, I have to pick him up, as you can imagine, out of the beast rider seat, and that goes really well. You know, I get the Wolfpack groomed once a month, and they need it because of that long hair woolly coat I talked about, but also I love having the dogs groomed by a groomer, because the groomer, they get used to other people handling them and to being handled. So when you need to pick them up to put them in a motorcycle seat, or you need to put a harness on them, or you need to pick them up if we're out on a trail and I have to lift them over something in some way, it's no big deal to them. Again, that's everything we do is a form of training and a form of building confidence and comfort to the dogs in all the different facets. Jag might perk up a little bit, folks, when he realizes we're home and it's dinner time and he got some work in today. Well, some activity, I should say, at least. And he got his ride and he's ready to eat and hit the sack, folks. Good boy, Jaggy. And I'm going to pull the motorcycle right into what we have, a little carport, and you'll get a sneak peek of, if you're still with me, the different bikes we have. Here's some of them. Part of my fleet, I like to say, because it is a fleet, folks. I've built this over many years. I'm going to turn this off, and doesn't conclude our show yet. Hi, Jaggy. What a good boy you are. Most important, let him know. Stroke him the whole way. So there's a good boy. And we'll see if we're broadcasting. And we still are, folks. Yes. Okay. Cool. I'm going to turn some better lights on for you so you can get a better view of what we do and how we do it, folks. Look how comfortable Jag is. Hi, good boy. Jag's giving you a view, folks. This is Jag. And he is a husky, in case you didn't know. Okay, I'm going to tell you this is how we take his. Good boy, Jaggy. And you can see. Good boy. Okay. Good boy, Jag. And these are his noggles I was talking about. And see, they have an extra strap so they can hook onto the harness. So if the dog would get him off while we were riding, he would be able to, they wouldn't go into the roadway and you wouldn't lose him. So he's really belted in 3 points. That's one. Good boy, Jag. And, okay, buddy, stand up. You don't want to get up. He's like, I'm comfortable, Dad. Okay, this is the second one. You can see that's very. And then the third one is over here. Okay, Mr. Jag. Come on, good boy. He's like, I don't want to get up. Good boy. Now, when I was talking about handleability, hi, good boy. Okay, this is how we handle him. Good boy, Jag. Just like that. Good boy, Jag. And stay, Jag. Good boy. I'm going to conclude our show. I'll give you a view of me, folks. Once again, I am the WooFDriver. Please tune in and check out the WooFDriver channel. Please stay on Husky Lovers for more live feeds of different activities and different dog professionals also, as well as subscribe to the live notifications and you'll get notified anytime we're on. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. Look forward to seeing you on a future broadcast. Have a great evening. Take care, everybody. WooFDriver signing off.